We now continue along and look at May. A vehicle which cost 25,000 was traded in against a new vehicle which cost 35,000. An allowance of 20,000 was made on the old vehicle and accumulated depreciation was 5,500. So let's have a look. If we look at the note, we have the motor vehicle 25,000 minus the accumulated depreciation of 5,500 gave us a net book value of 19,500. The allowance was 20,000, so therefore we made a profit on the disposal. How much do we pay for the new vehicle? The new vehicle cost us 35,000 with an allowance of 20, so we paid 15,000. So let's look at bringing that in the way we normally would. We would reduce credit motor vehicles by 25,000 and debit accumulated depreciation motor vehicles 5,500. That gets rid of the asset. We got a new motor vehicle which cost us 35,000, so we bring that back in. The profit on disposal was 500 and we paid out 15,000 out of the bank. Now let's have a look at how that looked in the tab in May. You can see then in May that the vehicles increased by 10,000. That's the 35,000 minus the 25,000. The 5,500 on the accumulated depreciation is gone. The profit on disposal is 500 and there's 15,000 in being added to the bank overdraft. Now let's have a look at June. And June again, like every other time this has come up, is a money in, money out situation to be adjusted in December. So we got money in for rent received of 4,500, so the money is going into the bank and also going into the rent received account. Debit advertising 1,500, which is really the expenses due, 1,500 in the balance sheet, and we credit the bank of 1,500. So the bank then, so in other words, 3,000 euro went into the bank. So watch now and we'll see how that looks on the tab. And we're looking at a June and you can see, look, the 4,500 and is reducing the bank overdraft, and the 1,500 is increasing the bank overdraft. Expenses due coming off, that's the 1,500, and of course rent receivable of 4,500. So that just nets everything off. And then we go and we look at the month of July. And in July they tell us, I will just put it there, the July they tell us then that we have a bad debt received. So bad debt recovered. So a payment of 720 euro was received from J. Murphy, a debtor whose debt had been previously written off. So we credit bad debt received 720 in the P&L and we debit the bank. This represents 80% of the original debt, and the debtor has undertaken to pay the remainder in February. So look, there's 80% is equal to 720. So 100% is 720 multiplied by 100 over 80, which is 900. So the original debtor was 900 and we've received 720. So the debtors then are going to be increased by 180 euro. So debit debtors in the balance sheet 180 euro. Credit bad debt recovered in the P&L 180 euro. Now there's another adjustment in July as well. So let's have a look at that now. And in July it said, on the same day, goods to the value of 440 euro were sold on credit to Murphy. So this is very interesting. So credit sales in the trading account 440, debit debtors 440. Now, credit stock in the balance sheet, we're reducing our stock by 440. Debit stock in the trading account 440. Note, no profit was made on this sale. All right, so then let's have a look at the tab. Again in July, you can see that the stock is going down by 440 and the debtors are going up by 440. No other adjustment, no change to the profit and loss account.